Hello and welcome everybody to 1965, when this club was born, the Wilson Staff 8843. You know who else was born in 1965? Mike D of Beastie Boys fame. What, was I going to get on camera and say Robert Downey Jr.? Have I done that in a video? Either way, Mike D. Do you guys remember Mike D? Like when I was a kid, you know how it is when you're in high school and you have your 1992 Toyota Corolla, which is just a piece of crap barely hanging on to the last strings of life, and you put a 10-inch subwoofer in the back? Who do you drive around listening to in high school? That's right, Tribe Called Quest, Beastie Boys. Jack and Mike D to my dismay. I shouldn't have brought that up. That was awkward. I shouldn't have brought that. I shouldn't bring up that I used to drive around at midnight in my neighborhood, like for half an hour, just raging some Beastie Boys, singing along, thinking I was super cool. You know, I wore sunglasses at night. It was pretty pathetic. I shouldn't bring that up too much. Yeah, you're right. Why I wouldn't bring that up. Before we dive into identifying features, I want to talk a little bit about the size of the 8843 compared to a bullseye putter. This is a pre-Acushnet bullseye putter. So you can see the blade length overall is shorter on the Wilson. It's just how it is. You know, depending on how you line it up. Obviously, the center of gravities are not lined up at this stage, but just so you could see the difference, kind of compare the sizes of these two blades. I thought that was pretty interesting. Let's move the bullseye out of the way and talk about identifying features. So what really sets the 65 apart from the others is the sole. So you can see 8843 and the crest, the Wilson crest right here, is on the sole, not the face. And then you can see Wilson Staff in red underlined on the sole. Curved back, you would expect that with a flanged putter. Clean face, nickel plated brass all the way around. You can see the nice flange. At address, pretty clean. You can see the alignment line right there. There's ever so slightly this heel that sticks out right here. Interesting profile. As we move up the hosel right here, shaft over hosel, and then there's the Wilson crimp. The Wilson crimp, you'll see this on all the Wilson products, including Walter Hagen putters as well. Like my Cascade putter also has these crimps on it. There's a stepped shaft. Nice little label right here. I can't read this. I have no idea what that is. And this is my own label. I just put on some tape and labeled the years, trying to keep track of everything. Leather wrap grip. I love these classic leather putting grips. You can see the Wilson flags right here on the butt. And that's how it looks. Pretty small, pretty clean, excellent, elegant looking design. Let's actually get this out and hit a few putts before we pass judgment. We need to have a chat about this club. In my opinion, when I was looking down at this club at first, I'm like, oh, it's a cute little club. It's so cute. It's such a cuddly little thing. It must be a juniors club. And then I tried to putt with it, and it's not a juniors club. It gives you feedback. So you mishit it just ever so slightly. The whole thing twists in your hand. Feedback is a nice way of saying it feels terrible when you mishit it. It's just a piece of junk for if you mishit it, okay? So it's not a juniors club. It's not a club for me. This is a club for experts. So if you want this club, number one, you must be an expert. And if you're not an expert, you're a psychopath. Why would you? I don't understand who wants this club. I mean, you have all the clubs in the world. You have the clubs made today all the way back through the ages of time to old wooden putters. A wooden putter. I would take a wooden putter over this putter. My opinion. Okay. Now everybody out there is different. If you want this putter, would recommend maybe getting evaluated. It's okay. I mean, everybody's welcome here on this channel. Number 2, if you have memories with this club, huge respects. Okay, so if you've played this club, I have huge respect for you. I can just tell you right now, because you're braver than I am. I would not put this in my bag, even back in 1965. So, all joking aside, this is an experts club. This feels really good. And if you're practicing putting, this will give you good feedback. I mean, to say that this has no merits is just not true. It's actually a really good club. Just not something I want to game or put in my bag. So I'm excited to read your thoughts and comments about this. And if you have played it, genuinely, huge respect. Bags of respect for you. If you want to support this channel, you can visit my Amazon shop. I'll put a link in the description below. I am an Amazon associate. I make proceeds from qualifying purchases. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe.